Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stage. If you've been watching any of the coverage today, you might know that I am already like having the best E3 I've ever had, because I am one of those fans who, you know, when they say this is a cult hit, like I was a part of this movement. I feel like I've bought this original game on like 7 different platforms. I don't know if they told you what you were walking into, but part of my gaming legacy has been the hope and dream that we would one day see this game. And as I mentioned, you guys made my E3, pretty much probably made my year, and I cannot wait. So ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome to the stage Guillaume Brunet, Michel Ancel, and Chris Waters. Thank you so much. It's a giant pleasure to be here. I have a lot of things, you know, to talk about. I think we're going to get another look at the trailer. But I've been on the conspiracy train leading up to E3. And this all started with a tweet that I believe you made a few days before, where it was announced that Beyond Good and Evil 2 would not be at E3. Yeah. And my own user base, you know, community was like, sorry, we not, again, I said, actually, this is kind of a first. The first time I've ever commented. So I think this is a good sign for us. And then, you know, Chris this morning seemed really excited for the show. Thought it had to happen. Thank you, gentlemen, for making this the year. Let's talk a little bit about this. 14 years, been waiting. One of my most favorite things about Beyond Good and Evil 2 is the world and the characters and the connections that were made in the world. But it's very obvious from the trailer that what I loved about this world is very much apparent in this game. Can you tell us a little bit about, you know, the world and sort of what we're seeing immediately as we enter into this new game?
Yeah, the big, very important thing is that this is the prequel of Beyond Good and Evil 1. So you will discover the pillars of the world, how this world is built, you know, what is the role of these characters, what we call them the hybrids. Hybrids are half human, half animals, and they've been created by humans to colonize, planets that are very, very dangerous. You know, whether it's toxicity or whatever. So they are supposed to be a race, you know, a basic race, so created by humans, and we want to show, to express, and to explain to the players. What is this world about? How all these things are connected, and the trailer is a part of that.
There was something, Michel, you said in another interview, I believe it was with Chris, that really stuck out to me, and it was the idea of names in a world, right? Because a lot defines a world from vision, you know, to the sounds and the sights and the smells. And you made a statement to the effect of like Pey'j, you know, what is this name? What could it stand for? And maybe you learn more about the characters in the world as it relates to those things. And I was like, whoa, that's really awesome. I like that.
Well, I know you heard that in the trailer when he slides the idol across.
Right.
You heard that name.
Yeah.
And you immediately started thinking.
Right.
Everyone's favorite pig uncle.
Yeah, exactly. And we see, I feel, a lot of things that's sort of inherent to this world. You mentioned the hybrids, and especially when it's Nox, correct? Is this?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they return back to the ship. We even see some hybrids that are recognizable to us from what I'm going to call now, I guess, the future game.
Yeah, right. Again, everything is connected. It's really connected to the first game. So you will recognize a lot of races that were in Beyond Good and Evil 1, and I like the first sentence, you know, in the trailer, which is, "Where is your master? I don't deal with domesticated." You know, there is this kind of relationship. You know, even if they are all of them are hybrids, you know, there's this social system between them, and there is a religion thing with the Pey'j statute. So they invented their religion names based on gods and divinities, and so yes. This is the big mojo now at Ubisoft, is that we try to work very deeply on the world before, you know, anything else. You know, where is it and why? what is the history behind all this, and that's a lot of work.
Mama Go's Garage always needed a good origin story, and I'm so glad we're going to finally get it.
Well, and it's funny you mention that because I believe at the very end we do see a character who, had relationship with that to Garage. It's Babuka from the first game, from the Garage. But I thought I saw someone who looked similar.
Little Rasta Rhino.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
on the board of that show.
As far as you've always made ambitious games, it's always been something that you guys have set out to do and delivered on over time. Like, how do you feel on a scale of ambition? We've heard you talk about being on a planet. We've heard talk about being in space. We've heard you talk about the reason for the hybrids. I see this and I can feel sort of the ambition on the game. How do you guys sort of see this as a...
But one sure thing is that as far as ambition is concerned, that's something that me and Michel have never... It's a game as big as we can imagine, and we've never made such a big game. So for us as a team, it's a real challenge. It's a bit crazy as a challenge, but the team is crazy, Michel is crazy, we're crazy, and Ubisoft is crazy enough for to let us express ourselves through that game. So it's going to be big for sure. Yeah.
We did not want to reveal anything before today because we wanted to make sure that the technology would be. You can dream big, but if you don't have any ways, to make the game of your dreams, then you can talk for hours and hours. And then, so we waited like 3 years, just working on the technology, so that now you can really travel across space, planets, but not empty planets or not empty generated whatever planets, real planets with cities, logical connection between the cities, and even the all the natural events that you could have on these kind of planets, gravity, all the moons, and all these things. We needed to make sure before going here today, making sure that we will deliver the game.
It's appreciated. It's a bit crazy because the first thing we develop is like the simulation of a solar system. That's
a universe.
Yeah, a universe.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, your comment kind of harkens back to this sort of now legendary tech demo, I don't know what you want to call it, where we have Jade running through a city. And, that also is like at a time where we were in like a big shift of hardware. And I think, a lot of us thought that we're going to need a little bit to actually achieve that. Now we're seeing some concept art as well. And I want to run into the memory banks a little bit because you said you've been really quiet and you haven't wanted to reveal anything about that. But one time on Twitch, I was watching a Rayman's Legends stream. Yeah, this happened. Yeah, I was there. They're like, don't worry, not that many people watched it. Maybe no, I was there. And in the chat, people were asking about Beyond Good and Evil 2, and you know what happened? Suddenly, someone from this couch got up, went somewhere, pulled out this giant scroll of Jade, and that has been driving my hope and passion ever since that moment happened. So, but we did flip through some of the concept art, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The team that you guys are working with must be incredibly talented and passionate about this world.
Yeah, and we need to say hi to the team for sure. Michel had some work for them at the conference, and we are here today representing the work of the whole team. It's really an honor because we're working with very, very talented guys. The artwork that you see, the technology that's been made by the guys over there. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, we're working exactly like we would do for a big movie. The concept artists, we feed them with stories and the vision, and then they work on those concept arts, and then we take them back. Like all the intro, in the Chinese restaurant is really based on the concept art with all the characters, and the concept artist just did that concept art based on the very general discussions, but the concept art was very precise, and we said, this is it. This is showing the scale of the game from a teeny place, Chinese restaurant,
right?
Chinese ravioli, and then to the stars, going
Yeah.
from this, and that's what we want, and what we already have with the technology. You can get out of the Chinese restaurant, jump into your spaceship, and go across the atmosphere, and go into your giant spaceship, and then change the planet. And then all this there's no loading and things like that. You can be attacked during whenever it's happening. It's like GTA, but in space, in 3 dimensions.
Very, very exciting. Now, Chris, you've probably had an exciting day too. Probably met with a lot of fans, heard of a lot of responses, probably answered a lot of questions. Like what were you generally hearing, and what are some of the better questions that we're hearing?
I mean, Twitter has obviously been freaking out.
Yeah.
And we were actually you were the last thing in the conference, and then we were cutting to me like live doing Assassin's Creed demo, but I kept my phone on as long as I could so I could see the reactions because they were as expected. So cool. I don't know, my mind, even though we got to sit down and do a trailer breakdown, do a bunch of questions about it, my mind has been racing, like I'm sure yours has, Marcus, with like, okay, well, one of my parts of Beyond Good and Evil was like nature photography.
Right.
We coming back with that? Like, because I love that way of getting out of kind of a different pace of the game and having something else that not just had in-game rewards, but encouraged you to explore. And it seems like exploration, especially given the richness of the worlds we've seen, is going to be a big part of BG&E 2.
Yeah, we will keep this is a pillar of the game, because when you take a picture, you're creating something. You're creating a moment, an object, which is the picture. That is what you have seen and what has pleased you into the game. So what we expect to do, we want to enhance that. We will have meta informations like geolocalization of the picture, contents, and then you can take the picture, go see an NPC, and then he will understand what is in the picture you took. So you're creating an object that is cool for the adventure, because then you want to talk about something, take a picture, go, and he goes, oh yeah, I know this guy, or I know this planet, it's dangerous. So you're creating the material for the adventure. So this picture thing is key for Beyond Good and Evil.
So cool. My mind is reeling with the investigations that could proceed, right?
Right. And then, real quickly, we want to just touch on it, but, multiplayer and sort of the playing with your friends. I know there was some discussion about, hey, are we going to ride these vehicles together? It's like, yeah, I think that we're going to be able to, but is that kind of like a focus, Chris and I getting together and sort of doing what we want to do in this game and building those relationships that way as well?
Yeah, the technology has 2 pillars. First one is the scale, and second one is the online. So because we think that if you prepare the engine, the game for online, you can do both a very good online and a good solo mode. Because we know that some players, they're sometimes afraid of online. They want to do the adventure with their rhythm, going through the story. But you can call a friend, and then he can help you, maybe he's further in the story, but he can join you and you can fight a boss or a sequence, or using his pictures to make NPC talk in your game. So this kind of things we want to improve that and use it.
We want people to share this adventure together. It's really about an adventure that you can play solo or with your friends. And the friends part was key to BG&E, the first one. Jade and her crew. That we want to keep and bring it to the multiplayer level.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. I feel like I could probably go another hour, but they're telling me, no, come on, you gotta give some other people a chance. Thank you so much again. We are so excited. I'm gonna be there the whole way. Can't wait. Every little detail that we could possibly get, I'm gonna be there. And will you be on the show floor this week, at least talking a little bit more about the game, or?
It's more behind closed door things, and we start slowly, but you will hear us a lot this year.
That's great. So, thank you again so much. Appreciate you. We got plenty more happening here live from E3.